Just to say, I'm delighted to be here as a workplace ambassador and as president of the Civil Service Benevolent Fund, which has been going since 1886. We are not new to this territory. We've been in there volunteering, helping people for a very long time. It's very important for us. Why do we care about it so much in the civil service? Well, it fits with why we joined the civil service, the public sector ethos. The great thing about the civil service and why I've been so pleased to be in it, and it wasn't my first choice of career, as I'll mention later, is the values. That we are here, honesty, objectivity, integrity, impartiality. We are trying to make a difference. We have a social conscience. We want to make things better. Volunteering fits completely with that. And so we want to do it. Why not? You know, to help make things directly better for society. So that's tremendous. How do we do this? What are the realities? First of all, I never believe in these things if we don't show leadership. So how do you show leadership in volunteering? Well, my private office are very good at this. They volunteer me. That's what they do. Most recently, a few years back, they volunteered me for the Civil Service Benevolent Fund 10K run around London. So I have for some years now been doing a 10K run, with the challenge being that I need to do it in less minutes than my age. This gets slightly harder every year, although I do get an extra minute. But so far, I'm surviving, and I'm very grateful to those around the room that have managed it. The other aspects of volunteering, the first volunteering I did as part of being in the Cabinet Office was we arranged a football match with some individuals who are having difficulty social networking, so I went off and played football with them. Football, as some of you will know, is one of my passions, and my first choice of career was to be a, dare I say it, and this will annoy half the people in the audience at least, but it's South London, so maybe less than half, to play for Manchester United and be a professional footballer. Lack of talent got in the way of that particular dream, so I ended up in the civil service. But I really enjoyed that volunteering episode. I think we helped them in social networking, but it struck me that, as the Minister said, I probably got more out of it than they did. And it's why I think one of the aspects of volunteering is we need to think about making the volunteering as effective as possible. So I've been pushing personally. I joined the civil service having been an academic economist, and I'm pushing something called pro bono economics, where we get economists from within government, civil servants, plus outside, private sector people, to give up their time to work with charities and voluntary sector organisations to help them in evaluation, so they can do, in a world where we're putting out more contracts on payment by results, we can help them work out how to get across what they're doing. Most recently, I think we worked with St Giles Trust through Frontier Economics and Pro Bono to actually do some evaluations of the work they're doing on reducing reoffending rates. Brilliant work they're doing. I've been working with some homeless groups in Birmingham, so I can, as a result of that, get involved in volunteering. Believe me, I love it. It gives us an experience, us civil servants, an experience who quite often can be engaged in policy work to get out at the front line and observe what's really happening. So I learned an enormous amount about homelessness, about reoffending issues from those visits, actually talking to people who are engaged in that, the obstacles they face. And it is indeed true that criminal records bureau checks come up, not least, coming back to the football theme, about referees. I've been lobbied about that for a number of times, and when I look at the Times front page, I didn't read that rubbish on the left. I just thought, great picture of a woman who made a tremendous decision yesterday, and we should support her with everything we can. I'm also doing a bit of secret shopping on the volunteering agenda. My wife used to work for the Parliamentary and Health Ombudsman. She's finished doing that now, and she's just decided to go into volunteering and has got through, I'm proud to say, successfully, to work for the Citizens Advice Bureau. So she'll be working for the local vision of that, and she's going through their training programs and all the rest of it. So I'm watching you and looking at how the sector is interacting with a very enthusiastic volunteer. So I think that'll be great. I've also I've got plenty of volunteers in my office for people to come and visit for the 2012. The thing that we will have, if you go to my office, is it overlooks Horse Guards, where we're going to have the beach volleyball. Curiously enough, lots of volunteers come and visit me while that's on. But I'm really pleased the Olympics has caught people's imagination. I think one of the things for us in turning it into legacy is how do we get those volunteers who've signed up for that event actually to get what I hope will be a brilliant experience out of that, but want to do more. It can't just be about those few weeks. It's got to be about us getting a whole generation interested in volunteering and in more active lifestyles, which will help enormously in meeting lots of our other objectives. And one of the things I'm very keen on, and indeed chair a group on what we call a behavioural insights team, which is all about nudging people to do various changes in behaviour, to increase the rate of organ donations, for example, is something you may have read about over Christmas, New Year. There are lots of things. If you think about volunteering and you think about how we can use volunteering to actually create nudges in behaviour, and how through that to take another thing that I'm involved in government policy, which is increasing people's overall level of well-being, not their income, their well-being, because the way in which we're working as a society I think is much better measured by people's development and their capabilities and their achievements rather than just something like incomes and GDP. So I think all of those things fit together. They are very much in tune with the big society theme. And I think it's for us to think about not just particular volunteering initiatives, but how we make this whole come together and how we can all work together to achieve that. So I think great, tremendous possibilities. We should also, can I give a plug, something the Prime Minister is pushing actually with me on an open door. I chair the main honours committee. We have various committees, independent committees set up to look at bestowing honours, and we get lots of nominations from members of the public. I'd just like to say we'd like a lot more. In this period when you will have seen great role models in volunteering, great unsung heroes in that area, please can you get in those nominations to Dennis Brennan at the Cabinet Office. It will go through the independent process. Not everybody will get prizes, as they say, but it will allow us, I hope, to send a real signal about how much society values this process. For me, again, picking up what the Minister said, getting civil servants involved in volunteering is a two-way process. I have found by working with those groups, it has allowed me to do my day job much better. It's given me insights into what's going on. So I think while we're pushing civil servants who indeed are very busy and will be even busier in the years to come as our numbers go down, but we do better for less, they will do better because they've had this wide range of experiences and they will be learning from those. So I think volunteering is definitely reciprocal. That's the way I should talk about it now. So there's great things going on. I would like to commend all of you here today because I'm sure you're all involved in this one way or another. I'm very keen to help and have the civil service push it forward. And as far as the Benevolent Fund is concerned, they have done a great job, and we are now going to cue a little video which will tell you more about their work. Now, we have the star of that video, Jack, who's with us today. And yes, round of applause for Jack. He's got me to do something I thought I would never do, which is put my hands on a football signed by all of his favourite team, and it's not Manchester United, it's in fact Chelsea. So Jack, this is for you.